Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with another LEGO Movie set review. And today we have got Bad Cops Car Chase, set number 70819, ages 7 to 14, comes with 292 pieces, and is retailing for £25 or $25. So, straight away I'm going to say this is a really cool set. I am glad I picked it up. Now, it has been received with a little criticism, not to say it's a bad set as such, but just in the way that it's not 100% necessary and it's not a must-have. I guess I'm going to kind of agree with you. It's not the best LEGO movie set I've ever had, and not really the most, there isn't really anything specifically here I've got to say you've got to get this for that. Because all of these figures we've seen before, and, well, Bad Cop may be kind of uncommon. He's only come in, I believe, 2 other sets, and this is another cheap way to get him. But really, all the other figures are pretty common as well. You probably have Wildstar from other LEGO movie sets, or maybe you don't. But at least you do have some Robo SWAT, so they're not really important. However, of course, you can get them to build your Robo SWAT army or something. And I think that's the main reason I would recommend getting this. It's not as much for the figures, but more just for the sets and to use them to build up your LEGO police army. I guess you can use them in just general LEGO police. They don't actually have to be with the LEGO movie, which is a plus here. Now, we've never seen this particular car for RoboCop yet. I mean, we have seen his flying car, which is basically the flying version of that. And we have seen, this other Jeep type thing. But we've never seen that, and I've got to say, it does look pretty cool. The bike does look pretty cool. And in fact, I'm glad I did end up getting this because I think it is worth it. As LEGO movie sets go right now, I'm not going to say it's the best of the 2015 line. I haven't really been paying attention that much to the LEGO movie sets, but it definitely seems like a pretty decent set, and I would recommend getting this if perhaps you've already got some other sets and it's not really not worth the price. I guess I would recommend it at retail value. Perhaps you could wait a little while, maybe until it goes down 20 quid, just because if you already have the minifigures, you may not want to really go so much for it. I mean, I know that car on eBay goes for like £12 just for that, so if you just want the car, then you can do that. But anyway, I think it is enough talking, because there's a big problem with the set, and that's the problem that it's not actually built yet. So I think let's solve that problem and just go ahead and build this. Alright, so I'm back with the set then. The build is pretty basic, I guess, about half an hour, which is about the standard for a set of this size. It was, a pretty standard build. It got kind of frustrating when I was building this bike, because I thought that it was the car and it was taking too long. But anyway, so, as I suspected, it is a really cool set. I would say it's worth getting, but we'll talk more about that in the conclusion of this review. First of all, let's go into the minifigures, which are pretty cool. Some of them are kind of rare, but, nothing, I guess, to shout about. If you already have these minifigures, then they won't really appeal to you that much, but even so, let's get into them right now. Alright, so we're back here with a Bad Cop. I was about to say Robocop there. I keep calling it Robocop for some reason, but anyway. So, this is, technically speaking, a different variant of Bad Cop, although it is exactly the same in every way to the one we got in Bad Cop's Pursuit, other than the fact of his head printing. Both his Bad Cop and Good Cop sides are slightly different, but nothing that significant. The torso is exactly the same as we've seen before, and we've seen with many other police. It's still pretty cool. On the basic same generic back printing we've seen them before. It's actually the same as the Robo SWAT ones, except for those it's like blue, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we've got the radio there. No leg printing or arm printing. That's a little bummer, but even so. He comes with this like bullhorn or loudspeaker, you know. This is an actual gun, not in this set anyway. And you can actually see on the box art there, he's using it as a loudspeaker. So he also comes with this pistol or thing we've seen before. In the previous version of Bad Cop, he also got it, where he shoots Emmett with the tracking device. It's basically this stud, whatchamacallit, that we got since 2014 with the 2014 Star Wars line. So, yeah, I'm not a particular fan of it. Well, with Star Wars, I'm not a fan of it, just because it kind of makes it look childish and dorky, and I don't like it. But actually, with the Lego Movie, I really do not mind at all. I don't know why, for some reason, I really do not mind it. It makes it feel more fun and more, I don't know, carefree, I guess, you know. So, yeah, so if you don't know how they work, very simply, you push down and, yeah, it actually went behind the box. So, yeah. You do get a few extra, but not actually that many. Like in the battle packs, you got like 10 extra. So, but anyway, onto the face then. His hat, by the way, his helmet, whatever, is exactly the same as we've gotten before. Nothing too special there. Going on to his head though, if I can actually take his hat off. Okay, it's pretty. I guess I'll just compare then. This is the Bad Cop from Bad Cop's Pursuit. You can see the mouth is open on this one. I don't think glass or anything different, so yeah. That's pretty cool, I guess. And in the back, this is the one from this set. You can see he's got more of a sort of grin on this set, rather than like a smile, like a proper smile. So yes, the faces are different, but other than that, it's the exact same Bad Cop. There's really nothing to see here, and he does have the same gun. So, yeah. Pretty still a cool minifigure. If you didn't get that set, and I don't think you can get it from some stores, but you can't get it from a lot of stores, like Bad Cop's Pursuit, I mean. Then, yeah, this is another good way to get Bad Cop if you really want him. I guess, overall, I'd recommend this set, just because some of the minifigures and the stuff is more usable, but we'll go more into that in a minute. But there you go then, so I'd say it's one of the best minifigures of the set. That's not really saying much, there's only 4, but even so, that is then a Bad Cop. Okay, so next up we have Wild Style, or Lucy. We have seen her before in some other sets, although I don't think she's actually that common when you really think about it, especially in this normal clothing. Because we have seen her in perhaps like the cowboy clothing and the space stuff and all that, but we don't see her that much in this. I believe this is my only version in the normal clothing. I may be wrong in that, but, you know, I think she's kind of uncommon, unlike Emmett, who gets in, like, nearly every set. But anyway, so that's Wild Style. She's kind of cool. She has arm printing. There's a lot of printing down this side, rather than the other side, where it's mostly black, so it's, yeah, very nice. And as I said before, this is a lot more purple, or rather a lot more bright than it seems in the camera for some unknown reason. But yeah, so her hair is new. I have said that before. We'll probably go into some other minifigures though in the future, like some other series minifigures. So that's a nice face, and then on the other side you have a grumpy face. So yeah, her hood piece we have seen before, but not that common, or at least not for me. It is rubber. You know, just standard rubber, and she does have back printing. Pretty nice. She doesn't come with a weapon or anything, but I don't think she has a weapon in this set. She's just sort of good at martial arts, I guess. But yeah, nothing really to say there. That is Wild Style. She's a nice figure, you know. Obviously, she's one of the most main characters. So, you know, it's always helpful in building up, you know, making a scene from the Lego Movie if you have Wild Style. So I guess it is a bit of a drive for the set, just because she is, in my personal opinion, kind of uncommon. Although you may have her if you're, like, really into the Lego Movie sets. But even so, you know, I'm glad they kind of added it. I mean, technically speaking, it's not 100% accurate. I mean, she was in the scene, but this was also the scene with, like, you had Emmett and that sort of orange bike thing they created, but we already got that in another set, so I can understand why they didn't put it in. But yeah, I kind of wish they gave us something to do, because, like, it's her against, you know, Bad Cop, 2 SWAT, you know, bike, car, all this. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that is basically then Wild Style. Let's just go on to the last two, which are the Robo SWAT minifigures. Alright, so up next we have the Robo SWAT, one of them. This is the one with the different face, the hat, and the body armor. Other than that, though, it's exactly the same as the other one, as we've got with all the Robo SWAT. He does come with a weapon, with this thing on the end. Don't know why. But, yeah, that's kind of cool. The other one does not come with a weapon, but that's because I think he's meant to drive the bike. So, He comes with this cap rather than like a helmet. So I guess that's kind of cool. You could have that with like your city police if you want. All these, by the way, are compatible with city police. And we know, of course, Bad Cop and all that are from the Lego movie, so you can't really use them. But like the cop car, the bike, all this stuff, it has nothing to do with the Lego movie as such. It just says police on it. So you could actually use it if you really want to in your Lego city. That's kind of cool. You get his face there. Body face. I do like this body armor piece. We've got a couple of them in like the dropship and other sets. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Just taking his hat off. He obviously doesn't come with a two-sided face. And take that off. By the way, this is hard plastic. Well, fairly hard. You know, so it's not like rubber like Wildstar's thing. That's his torso printing and leg printing. Exactly the same with both minifigures. I'll just get the other one up here to show you. As you see, they are exactly the same in terms of leg and arm printing and torso printing. So yeah, the only real difference then is like the fact that one of them comes with a body armor and a different head and a cap. But we've got that generally happens in these Lego movie sets. When you get multiple of these Robo SWAT, which you generally do, it's very rare to actually only get one. Generally you get more than one. Then there'll be like different faces and slightly different, but the torsos and everything will be exactly the same. But yeah, really. So this guy is obviously the biker. You can see his helmet there. And that's why he does not come with a weapon. Although a weapon is kind of attached to the thing. I'm not sure if he's meant to actually have that. There's nothing in the instructions or anything about him actually having that, but it is kind of a weapon, so who knows. But yeah, really, that's basically it then to our Robo SWAT. Pretty cool minifigures, I've got to say. I'm building up like a little Robo SWAT collection, which is kind of surprising. And really, that's not that difficult, because there are a lot of these sets, obviously, especially the police sets, which are coming with more Robo SWAT. Like, if we got as many clones as we've got these guys, you know, we'd be so happy. Because, like, in every set, even a £30 set, it's still, or 25 rather, it still comes with two of these guys. When was the last time we ever gotten that in Lego Star Wars? So, yeah. But anyway, so, that was basically it. The minifigures, pretty cool. Not really worth £25 with themselves, but some of them are kind of rare, I guess. But even so, I think it's now time to get onto the set itself. Alright, so moving on to the set then. First of all, we get this chair, which makes me laugh. This is a chair, by the way, RoboCop was kicking around the office when he was interrogating Emmett. So, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's just a chair. I don't really know what to say about it. It's a chair. I guess I'm kind of glad they added it, but it's not really that important. I wouldn't really pay £25 for that. I've got to be honest. But anyway, so on to the main part, we get a little bike here. That's kind of cool. I believe this is unique. I don't think we've seen this like any Lego City sets. Then again, I don't follow Lego City, so I don't really know. It is extremely low to the ground. As you can see, like the tyre and the bottom of that is very, very low. It's extremely low to the ground. Just seeing how it rolls on like, yeah, it rolls very well on studs. And on smooth surfaces, it also rolls very well. So, yeah. There's no real moving parts other than the tyres, I guess. And you get your biker. You sit him down, if I can. I don't think we need to attach his hands. I think you know how they work, so, yeah. Now, what I was talking about him possibly having a gun is this thing here. Now, I guess this is a gun for the bike, because there don't really have any other guns. I mean, that's a light, and that's, I don't know what that is. I think it's just a horn or something. But I guess you could use it for a gun for this guy. Like a place to hold it, so that's kind of cool. This light does move a bit, but that's nothing amazingly special. You know, it's just sort of a result of the piece. So does this thing. And so does that. But yeah, really, they do attach pretty simply onto the bike. I've got to be honest, this took a little longer than I thought it would. Something of this small, it took me like 5 minutes or something. So, you know, maybe a bit longer actually. So, yeah. Pretty cool bike though, I am glad we got it. I do enjoy this bike, you know, we did see quite a lot of them in the actual scene. like where they're chasing Wildstar and Emmett. So, yeah. But a pretty cool bike. I'm liking the bike. You know, I'm glad we got it. Pretty cool. Yeah. You know, good to add to your, and as I said before, with all these things, you can add it just to your Lego city sets. It doesn't have to actually be from the Lego movie, so. But still really cool. I like it. It's kind of bulky. For a bike, at least. So, yeah. Sturdy. You know. And, yeah, I think let's now just get on to the car. Alright, so the car here. Not really much to say. It's a pretty standard police car. Again, you can use this in your Lego City sets, because it says nowhere on it, like Lego Movie or whatever. So, this is pretty cool, actually. It does come with a number of features, and by the way, there will be a link in the description. I'm going to be doing a comparison, probably on this channel, between this and the flying version of this. We'll just see a quick comparison right here. You can see the car itself is considerably thinner, which is surprising. So, yeah. But I will be doing a full comparison in another video. But yeah, to see here, I'm liking the car. I just do. You know, nothing amazing spectacular, but I'm liking the design. See the front there? All that underneath. The wheels are actually pretty small, considering that the tyres on the bike are larger than the tyres on the car. That was kind of weird. But, yeah, they do spin extremely easily. There's really no resistance. Yeah. That's a sticker, by the way. I don't think there are any stickers on the bike, so, sticker. Sticker. The same stickers as the flying car, if you have that. This does move up and down if you really want it to, but it's not really meant to. So, yeah. This doesn't open. It's not meant to, again. But really, yeah, that doesn't do much. I mean, of course, to get in... Oops, I knocked the spoiler off. Okay. To get in... Oh, wait, it does have a back windscreen wiper here. So that's actually something that this does not have. So, yeah. Although, you can't actually see through because there's bricks in the way, so Bad Cop couldn't actually see out the back if he wanted, but even so. Now, for Bad Cop to get in, you lift this up. Like so, and you see inside you have a little area for Bad Cop to sit. And we're going to stick Bad Cop in there right now. If we can. Okay. It's hard to do this with one hand. Okie dokie, that'll do. And you see there, now you have Bad Cop in the car. And he's got a lever steering wheel, and he can drive. And yeah, and I believe in the Lego movie there was like this lever he pulled to turn it into flight mode, but that's not included here. But yeah, really, there's nothing really more to say. It's a really cool car. You can move the spoiler a little bit, but you're not really meant to. But yeah, it's a really cool car. Pretty sturdy, pretty decent. I'm liking this. I think it's just because I like police type sets. Really, that's just my style. But yeah, I like it. It's a cool set. It's a cool little car. Not as much apparently on like this the instruction manual. It doesn't roll as well, just because it's so low to the ground. Just like the bike, you can see how low this is to the ground. It's unbelievable. Like if this goes over any carpet, it will just straight sink through. But yeah, still really cool. Very nice. And as I said before, I will be doing a comparison of these two cars in another video. So yeah. But yeah, really, I think that's basically it then to the actual set. That went pretty quickly. But even so, I just guess we better get on to the instruction manual, the box, and then conclude this review of the Bad Cop car chase. Alright, so the instruction manual is pretty basic. We've seen this sort of stuff before. There's nothing really to see here. We actually have the Green Ninja. That's kind of funny, you know. The one we actually saw in the Lego movie. We've got quite a lot of inventory for a set of this size. There's quite a lot of pieces with this. So, yeah. Lego Club, etc. Batman 3, Beyond Gotham. That looks like the entire Justice League. So, yeah. The Lego movie, that's like the online thing. That was the thing I was talking about, where like, you know, this is the scene where they're trying to chase that, but of course we got that in another set, so, yeah. And these are some of the sets. Got that. I like that. Got that, of course. I don't have those, although I wouldn't mind the couch. The couch just looks funny. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. That's the little art there. But that's it to the build. What is that? 53-page build. You know, pretty good, I guess. You know, pretty standard. But yeah, that is more or less it to the set. I guess let's now just go onto the box and then conclude it. Alright, so the box itself is pretty cool. Got some box art here. You know, pretty nice, I guess. And he's running away because Bad Cop has kicked the chair and is going to hit him in the head. So, yeah. See down here, Wildstar was dodging or hitting the studs. You get a few extra of these if I didn't already mention. That lifts up, which is basically the only feature. And as you see there, Wildstar was apparently ripping the head off a Robo SWAT guy, which seems kind of rude. Is that a feature? I don't know. But whatever. See minifigures there. Minifigures on top. Because European did another piece count for some unknown reason. But yeah, that is pretty standard box. It's the exact same size box as the Pursuit, this set, the Bad Cop Pursuit set. It was exact same size box, and that's pretty cool actually. So yeah, then I think that's basically it then to this review, and I think we should now just go to the conclusion. Alright then, so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please do give this review a like down below. Please leave your thoughts and questions down in the comments. I will try to answer them. I don't really pay much attention to this alternative channel, I'm going to be completely honest with you. But if you leave a question down there eventually at some point, hopefully I will answer it. So yeah, the next video after this will be, of course, as I said, me comparing the car versus the flying car. Hope you enjoy that. And perhaps some other videos coming on this channel soon as well. But yeah, basically, so this is a great set, as I said. I've got to be honest, the main reason this set, to get this set, would just be for, not as much the playability, and not even as much the figure, just for the sake of having it. Maybe if you like police, maybe if you like the design of that, but if you're thinking, is this worth the money? Yeah, I guess it is. This isn't really a must-buy. I'm not going to recommend it above anything else. You know, there are things with pluses and stuff that outweigh this, but I wouldn't really say there's any major negatives. I can't really think in ways this set could be improved, because there's not really much to improve on. You know, everything it has, it does pretty well. I can't really think of any of the minifigures perhaps they could have added. Perhaps we could have added an Emmett or something. I don't know, but whatever. I still like this set, and I still think it's pretty cool and worth the money. If you've got the other Lego movie sets and you're thinking, what can I buy? You know, yeah, this is definitely not a bad purchase in any way. But I mean, if you already got the Pursuit, and therefore you don't need the car really, like, I mean, obviously, this can't transform into car mode, which is kind of strange, but I'll go in a minute. And of course, you already have Bad Cop. So, yeah, there's a whole load of reason. This isn't an absolute must-get. This isn't the top of my Christmas list as such, but it's not a bad set. You know, I get the feeling this will probably go on sale just because of, well, just because people will be getting other stuff that's really, really cool. But even so. So, as I said, if you enjoyed this review, please do give it a like, please do down in the comments all that, and please do subscribe to this and my main channel, because I would greatly appreciate it. I'm nearly 1,000 subscribers on my main channel, and hopefully I'll be getting back in this channel soon, although no promises. I've said that many times before, and it hasn't happened, so. But even so, I've got the 2015 line, and that is nearly it. I've got to say, I've officially done all the sets then before the 2015 line, because I've been putting it off. I want to do the LEGO Star Wars 2015 last, after I've done all these LEGO movie sets, and this is the last one I had to do. So now it's time I can get onto the official LEGO Star 2015 line. I haven't even opened them yet, so, but even so. Okay, so, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you in another one very soon. Bye, troops.